You have options, right? You can continue as is and hope that you figure this out on your own. I don't know anybody that's done that. I have never talked to practice owners that are our size, larger than us. For me, I'm trying to build to 10 locations, and that's kind of the number that I've set. I'm not going to figure out how to do that unless I'm hanging out with people that have more locations than me, or some, amount of your time. There's this kind of philosophy is where you should spend 30% of your time with people that are at your level, because you can kind of work with them peer to peer. You should spend 30% of your time with people above your level, because you got to know what you're getting into, and if you want to get into that. And you got to spend 30% of your time with people that are a little bit behind you, because you want to help bring them up. So that's kind of what we do. But man, I don't know, Arlen. I mean, I've never talked to a private practice owner that has grown the practice to where they want it to, or it's like, yep, I've never gotten any coaching. I've never talked to any other private practice owners. I've never gotten coaching from anywhere.
That's the crazy thing, bro. So I opened my practice in 2003, never grew until 2012. In fact, in 2011, I almost sold my practice, closed it actually. It would have sold for nothing. Obviously, nobody would probably even want it back then. And not until I actually got on some business coaching. It's all the same stories. All of us founders. It's crazy how that is. But when you look back and boy, I wish I had a coach back in 2003 when I opened. It would have been right. But again, here we are. Yep. We always have options.
So you can continue as is and hope that you figure it out on your own. I haven't met anybody that's done it, but maybe you're the person. So you can continue to do that, or you can get help, which is, I do coaching that as part of my profession. Is I'm a professional consultant that helps out private practice owners. I don't know very much about private practice, except that I know that if you want to learn something or go somewhere, you got to find someone that's already there, that's done it. It'll make everything so much easier. So now I try to seek out people that are where I want to get to, and I want to learn from them in a formal or informal capacity, whatever that is. So for us, this is how we do it. This is how we help people. And you guys have probably seen this in Basecamp. I put a post here, but this kind of explains what working with us will look like. So we've done this a couple different times in terms of like a couple different cohorts that we've done. And we typically like the size of 10. That's a really good number for us in terms of people that we like to work with. But this is the first time we've opened up coaching since before the pandemic. And I don't know when this is going to open up again. So we've got 10 spots available for our coaching program. And what you guys get to benefit from is that we've kind of broken all the eggs to make the omelet. Like, we've tried a bunch of different stuff. We've worked with a ton of different practices, and now we've condensed that into this mastermind program that is the best product that we have to try to help people out. So, our coaching clients, there's the success stories that are in here that you can read. We talked about Amy, but the things that we're probably most proud of is regularly taking 2-week vacations and hitting record visits on vacation. So this is this weird milestone that happens, and it happened with the founders when it was just us, and we just kind of met together. Someone would go away on vacation. We'd have a picture of Lee in Cabo, and he'd be like, yep, I'm on the beach, and I just hit record visits. When you're on vacation and your practice hits record visits, that's like a milestone that you had a gap that we're starting to figure some stuff out. Doubling the size of your practice in a year, that seems kind of ridiculous. But we've had practices, certainly founders that have done that, and our clients that have done it, hitting our 3-year goals in 6 months. So we have a part of our program where I tell you to write your 10-year vision. I've got a whole program that goes through that and kind of where you want to be. And we had a client recently that said, yeah, I've been working with you guys for 6 months and I'm already up to my 3-year goals. So I think I might have to adjust my sights on what that is, but that's definitely exciting. Open up multiple clinics in a year. Removing yourselves from treatment. We talked about that a ton today, how important that is, so you can start working, on your business instead of in it. Increasing revenue by $45 a visit. So that's not typical results, but we've never worked with a client that didn't increase their revenue per visit. You say, well, hey man, I get paid what I get paid. Like the insurance company set that. Not always. And it's not about the contract negotiation either. That is helpful. And we've definitely had some clients that we've helped out with that, but it's really more systems around billing and collections. And we went through some of the the systems and the metrics that we went, there's kind of just a quick look at that. But man, that's one of the huge mistakes. I mean, I would outsource my billing and I abdicated it. So there's abdication and delegation. If you guys have read anything about that, I didn't want anything to do with it. I didn't know anything about it. So I just said, here, you take care of it. And man, that lost me. I had someone that was outsourced that was really kind of a business partner of mine for 15 years, and like millions of dollars that we lost because I just never looked at how good of a job they were doing. I didn't know how to evaluate it because I didn't know my numbers. But when you know your numbers and you have power there, for sure, you can get more revenue per visit just by kind of running through our systems. So this is Aaron. Aaron and Joe are up in Albany. This funny story. They actually treat like my wife's side of the family because we're from the same town. They've seen like 7 or 8 of my family members. But husband and wife, little kids, and man, they were in our original coaching program, and now they've graduated. They're alumni now, but they're just doing an amazing job of running a practice in a state that is very difficult to run a practice and be profitable. Their reimbursement is the lowest in the country. No one's got lower reimbursement for them, but they have an amazing team that they've built, and they've had some really big milestones. So you should read about her. And then this just kind of goes into all the different things. I'm not going to sit here and just kind of read this off to you, but Arlen, in this program, when we've done coaching in the past, where have you seen, what is the most important thing that people need to know about this mastermind program?
To me, the 3, if I were picking 3 most powerful stuff here, is that practice analysis and battle plan. We analyze deeply how your practice is doing, that 30-minute one-on-one call, and that hot seat event, that in-person mastermind hot seat is powerful. I mean, the Infusionsoft funnels are a plus. It's a bonus, right? The free tickets to the live events are a plus. But the main 3 things is the 30-minute one-on-one call every week, the practice analysis, and the hot seat event. It's a way to hold you accountable, to make sure that you are performing as well as you should be as a CEO of your practice. It's a way to getting you the personal growth that you should be undertaking so you could be that person who leads your business to the next level. Those 3 important things, I think, the most powerful things in this program, I think.
Yeah, and this is the stuff people love. Like, okay, how am I going to pay for this program? Well, we give you Infusionsoft funnels, and they're easily going to pay for the program. So these are automation sequences that you have access to that you can run in your practice. You can run them to past patients. That's where we get a majority of our patients is from people that already know, like, and trust us. So we just run Infusionsoft campaigns to them to bring them back in and reactivate cases. We have cold audience funnels. We have other funnels that just patient retention, right? So Arlen talked in the beginning about a lot of people say, hey, can I get some more new patients in here? Well, are you making sure that you're treating the patients that you currently have and getting the most out of them, increasing their length of stay, which is associated with a higher graduation rate, better patient outcomes? So that has to happen. Anything about the Infusionsoft stuff you want to talk about?
I think here, right? You guys might be looking at this 24,000 value. You know what? We sold these funnels back in 2018. We have 10 owners who actually bought this $24,000 package. And now this is a bonus as part of the mastermind group. It's crazy. It's powerful. There are over 30 funnels in there. And it pretty much takes automation in your practice to the next level. It's plug and play. So you work with our Infusionsoft Ninja. And you don't have to pay for Infusionsoft app fees either. It's all built into one. This is crazy. Right.
Yep.
Here.
So we run these campaigns, and it's easily in a month, you can generate $10, $15, $25,000 in revenue from patients that you wouldn't have gotten just by doing the Infusionsoft. So a couple of things people say, no, Infusionsoft is really complicated. Well, guess what? We coach you on how to use it. So we have our Infusionsoft coach that's on our staff that teaches you how to use it. Infusionsoft is expensive. We take care of it. You're on our app. So we have an agreement with Infusionsoft that we can put people on our app. You have access to all of our funnels that you can use. So we train you and we take care of the expense of it, and it's going to pay for the program on its own. So this is happening quickly. But if you're ready to go right now, then what we need to do is get you signed up. There's only 10 slots available, right? And we've got one taken already in calls that we've done this week. But if you want to kind of accelerate this, what we can do is we're starting the program in January, but we can get you started like this week. So if you want to get started faster, then you can do that. Now you can get a free month of coaching. So we're going to coach you through December. And why that's important is it's going to get you ready for next year. So we're going to do coaching that with you. We're going to get you lined up with your Infusionsoft coaching, so that you have to get on with Abe and do a couple calls with him so you understand how Infusionsoft works. So you get these campaigns rolling immediately so that you have a great start to the beginning of 2022. And for us, I don't know about you, Arlen, but it used to be, man, I would dread January because it was like, man, it's going to be slow. No one wants to come in for physical therapy. They got these huge deductibles, right? So now our goal every year is we try to make January our biggest month. We put together a lot of these Infusionsoft campaigns. We put together mail campaigns that we do to our past patients because they love to get stuff in the mail. That's a great place to compete for people's attention.
That new year funnel in here, bro, that's powerful. It sets you right away. The first Tuesday of the year, you usually easily get 30 new patients right off the bat.
Yeah, I remember the first year I ran it, we got 50 new patients from that program. And you guys are 30 new patients. You can't do that. You can't get 50 new patients. You can if you're communicating with them. So a lot of that has to do with the automation and the different things that we do. But if you want to have a huge January, then you should jump on this quickly because we can coach you through that and teach you guys how to do that. And we can pay for the program in January. So it's just, this just kind of goes through the other features of it. Here's Bo. Bo's awesome. So he's my coaching client. And he made huge jumps in his practice. He's got little kids. And for me, when I work with clients that have little kids, my job is to make sure that they have enough time to spend with them, because when that time is gone, it's gone. You get 18 summers with your kids and that's it. So for me, it's really big. And these are two clients that I've worked with that I love, that so I can get them more time with their family. So yeah, and we don't have long-term contracts. I mean, obviously with this kind of investing, you're probably gonna want to get on a call with us. So we're going to have a link in the chat here, and then we're going to repost this in Facebook too. So we'll have links there to get on calls if you have questions about what's involved, what's going to be your commitment, what we're committing for you. Then you want to get on calls with us to kind of explain this. This will give you a good idea of what is going on, but you're probably going to want to get on a call with us for further explanation. And we've got to see if it's a fit for you too. Like, we've got to make sure that the program is right for you. So we've got to get on that. We don't, it's some frequently asked questions. So there is advantages to paying for it up front before the end of the year. So you can take the tax advantage of that if you've got some extra profit left over in your practice and you don't want to pay taxes on it, and you're committed to making 2022 the best year you've ever had, then it's a good idea to try to pay for the whole thing up front. And guess what? You get 2 months for free if you do that. If you commit to us for the next year, then we're going to give you 2 months for free. So that's really important. We don't do long-term contracts. We've got to earn your trust every month. So we never do that. We never like companies that did that. Mastermind different than individual coaching. I think that's really important too. So when we do the events, and I'm really looking forward to our next live event because we haven't done one in so long. Those events are so powerful. It is, you're learning from founders that are, running practices that are successful, that are where you want to get to. But a lot of the individual owners that are in the program, just building the relationships with them, and just, I remember being, when I first started out, I just felt so alone. Like, I didn't even talk to other private practice owners. And I just kind of figured I was, like Arlen said, I sucked at running a practice. Like, I tried really hard, but I wasn't getting the results I wanted. I just kind of figured everybody was that way. And it wasn't until I met these guys that I found that there's a different way. And just the feeling of knowing that you're taking this journey with other people that are like-minded and doing that, I think is really important. And the hot seat event, that's where we break down your practice, and it's uncomfortable. We ask you a lot of questions about why numbers are where they're at, but it's all in the spirit of helping you build the practice that you want to build. If you can't attend the live events, we really encourage that. But if that's something that doesn't work out for you for travel reasons or whatever, then we'll just kind of zoom you in and you can participate in that for sure. Weekly coaching calls. I mean, these are just kind of the weekly, 7-day action items. So when I get on coaching calls with my clients, I'm like, okay, where are the numbers at? What actions do we need to take to improve numbers that are not where we want to be? And can you commit to that for the next 7 days? I'm gonna hold you accountable to that next time we get on a call. Sound good? Great. Okay. So they're quick 30-minute coaching calls to kind of help you navigate. And if there's huge issues that come up in your practice that week, then obviously we can go over them at that point. And then, increasing revenue. We talked about that. It doesn't seem possible, but it is if you can put systems in your practice. And then extra, these are bonuses. So we put the value of this is $1.2 million. That might seem a little bit ridiculous, but these are 100K calls. So we've been doing these with our current Mastermind clients, and we do typically 1-hour calls where we'll break down something specific in your business, a system that you've got to put into your business. Sometimes we'll bring other people on that are experts in that area that will help you out with that. To this point, only the mastermind clients that we have right now have had access to that. But if you join now, we're going to give you access to this stuff. So referral tracking, like knowing exactly where your new patients are coming, and clinical director training. So you remove yourself from treatment, but you've got to train someone to do the job that you used to do. Do you have systems for that? Well, we have them built out for you. Marketing calendar masterclass. If you don't have a marketing calendar for 2022, if you watch this video, man, you'll be way ahead of where you were last year. And just having a marketing calendar to have consistent results in your marketing division is really, really important. Running consult events. So a lot of the Infusionsoft funnels that we run involve consult events. And that's how we just get automatically patients in our practice every month that we can count on. So that's really powerful to do. Annual strategic planning. We're coming up on that now with our mastermind clients. I actually have a call next Tuesday that Lee is leading. I think Arlen is in on that to try to make sure that you guys are set up to do your annual strategic planning. And if that's like, hey man, I'm just trying to treat patients and make payroll, I don't have time for annual strategic planning. I would argue that if that's you, then you need our annual strategic planning more than anybody else. So company culture, that's a cool call that Joe and Aaron did. So graduates of our program, that they came on and did a call because they have such an amazing culture in their practice that they gave a teaching on that. So there's tons of extra stuff in here, extra trainings that you guys can do. If you feel like this is something that you're interested in, if you're ready to make next year the best year of your practice, then get some help and get it from us, because we've got 10 slots available. Hey, it's Amy. Amy jumped on. So I didn't even ask her to come on. I felt bad. I thought she was getting the kids down to bed. Well, it's kind of early over there yet, but Amy's here. She's one of our past coaching clients that we talked about earlier in the call. So she's doing amazing. Amy, do you want to say anything, or are you out? Were you out by the pool? Where are you?
No, I am at home. I live in the COVID life right now, my friend. My whole family's got coronavirus, so we're just chilling. But what's awesome is that, like, you guys, I'm just getting a little shout out. You guys are the reason I can be at home with my family and my business still runs. So I appreciate all y'all. It's just like the best. So I saw the little like message and I was like, I gotta jump on this. I gotta see what they're doing.
So, all right. Thanks, Amy. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to repost this in the Facebook group. If you guys have questions about the program and you want some of those answered, then you just got to get on a call with us. Remember, we only got 10 slots available, 9 now because one got taken. So if you guys want to take your practice to the next level this year, then get on a call with us and learn how you can learn from the founders of NLPT. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll see you at the top.